In this video, we'll share with you the 6 most effective phrases to seduce women, which will make them think of you only.
I want to.
Be careful. The first one is pretty magnetic. All women go crazy once they hear these words. And no, this is not the "I'll pay for everything" type of phrase. Throughout your life, you've often heard that you should be polite, that you shouldn't be pushy, that you shouldn't ask for too much. This way of upbringing has made many men passive. You see, they accept everything without any questions and never ask for something they want. Such mindset keeps them from living the life they really wish to have. Women, on the other hand, want to be with a man who knows what he wants and isn't afraid to say it. When you say the magic words "I want," you are not just expressing your desire. You are demonstrating confidence and determination, qualities that women tend to admire in males. Girls are often silent about this tiny detail. They say they want to be equal to men, but the reality is that women want men who can make decisions for them. This doesn't mean that you should be rude and tell her what to do or where to go. Try to show a more confident, honest, and direct approach to matters. Start saying "I want" a couple of times a day, then gradually increase the number of times you use it. As you get more comfortable with stating your desires, your confidence will start to grow and people around you will respect you more. This little exercise can make a huge difference, especially if you're dealing with women. Instead of saying, "If you want, we can meet up sometime," try saying it directly. "I want to take you out to dinner this Saturday." This will show her that you are a person capable of making decisions. But again, be careful. Be prepared to hear the other person's desires after you express yours. That's why mutual respect is necessary. Things could be difficult at first. You may be afraid of sounding rough or afraid of getting rejected, but it's okay to be afraid. We are all afraid of being vulnerable. In fact, vulnerability is where true strength lies.
No.
The second cheat code that will help break down any girl's defenses consists of just one word: no. You don't have to be the one who does everything a girl asks. Only good guys do that. It's not fun, it's boring. Love games are like going hunting. That's why all good guys end up in the friend zone. Interestingly enough, to capture a lady's interest, you have to make yourself unavailable to her, thus showing that your time is valuable and you won't drop whatever you're doing for her sake. People love what they can't get. They are drawn to those who reject them, who don't need them. Once she feels that you're a bird that's hard to catch, that you're always busy, and yet you've still agreed to share some of your precious time with her, then she'll use it to keep you hooked. This works much better than devoting all your time to her and then realizing that she has lost interest in you and has moved on to another guy who doesn't pay as much attention to her. Next time, try not to accept the first date offer. Say you're going to be busy. Suggest an alternative day for a date a bit later. Or create some intrigue, like say you don't know if you'll have time to meet this weekend. It always works. If you become less available to her, not ready to hang out at all times, and not always set to sacrifice everything for her, then you will become her favorite prey to catch. Learn to say no, but do it with tact. As a result, ladies will appreciate you more and be excited about seeing you every time.
I disagree with you on this one.
The third phrase that will boost a woman's attraction to you goes on the topic of rejection. Words of disagreement or phrases like, "I don't agree with you on this one, but I respect your opinion," or "I don't like this actor. You don't like volleyball? I've always loved it." There are a million more similar lines spoken by a man who is committed to sincerity and directness. Women love men with their own opinions, even if they are opposite to theirs. Any good-looking girl is aware of the fact that many men just want to sleep with her and no more. In order to reach this goal, they are ready to agree with her on every word. Therefore, you won't surprise any woman with nodding behavior, and you certainly won't awaken sexual desire in them. She wants to be accepted as a person, not as a rubber doll. Having a conversation in which everyone has their own opinion, where you can disagree with each other about certain topic, will help you stand out from the crowd. In any case, there will be some disputable situations to discuss. In such cases, defend your position. It's normal. Again, do it with respect and tact, but don't provoke conflicts on purpose. Doing so will create tension between the two of you, which will definitely hinder the strengthening of your emotional connection. So, speak up only when you disagree with something or when your interests are being violated. Above all, be yourself and behave naturally. If a man tries to pretend to be someone else, either showering a woman with fake praises that he doesn't really appreciate, or on the contrary, he tries to imitate attachment, the only question is how quickly these fake curtains will be discovered by a woman you're talking to, and then that's it, you're done. Because no one likes a one-man show. Enjoy the process of a healthy dialogue, as she will definitely sense it and get comfortable too. The fourth phrase is a little more spicy. While speaking to you, a woman should think about physical intimacy, among other things. That's why you have to use phrases with 18+ subtext. You don't have to start your first date with the words,
"The government wants to steal my willy. Can I hide it inside you?"
As soon as you're at the stage of confident talking, you can gradually introduce the 18+ topics, discussing some intimate stuff in a joking way. Maybe you can ask each other more private questions. In this case, your interlocutor will think about having sex in one way or another, leaving you out of the friend zone. At the biochemical level, people associate sex-related conversations with the release of happiness hormone. Basically, the feeling of love is associated with the same set of hormones. Consequently, discussing topics of an intimate nature will help you get even closer. The key point here is to keep the whole thing natural and not start the discussion with schoolboy level questions such as, "What do you like in sex?"
I'll tell you about it next time.
The fifth phrase that may help to make a girl even more interested in you sounds as follows: "I'll tell you about it next time." It's really about building up the intrigue. For example, imagine telling a girl an intricate story of yours and suddenly interrupting it at the most interesting part. Then you say that you'll tell her about it next time. She is left intrigued and wants the show to go on. However, you stick to your guns and claim that you will tell her the rest of the story, but not now. This makes her look forward to your further interaction, keeping you in her mind all the while. Back in the day, I used to explain to girls their psychotype profiles during a date, as well as their strengths and weaknesses. Then I would stop at the most interesting part and say that I would continue my description next time. And what do you think the next date started with? You've guessed it, with phrases like, "What else can you tell me about me?" In other words, you have to constantly develop as a person. Only then will women be much more willing to show interest in you as an interlocutor. It's no secret that women consider intelligent men to be highly charming.
I find you interesting.
The sixth phrase after which a woman will think about you even more often goes as follows: "I find you interesting." What is the peculiarity of this sentence? If a girl sees that you feel comfortable with her, feel that you're actually interested in her as an interlocutor, and that you have a lot of common topics to cover, her sympathy for you will only increase. By the way, that's why it's so important to choose girls not only by bust size or leg length. If you feel bored or have no common interest with the girl in question, your meetings will not go beyond a couple of dates. You simply won't have much to talk about. Many men make a bunch of mistakes once they get to know a girl they have a crush on. Hoping to keep the conversation going, they constantly ask meaningless questions, turning a date into more of an interrogation session. Or they start discussing topics that only seem interesting to that lady. As a result, they inevitably fall into the pit of friend zone. It's especially common when a man is nervous on a date, his self-confidence declines, and he doesn't know what to bring up to the conversation table, while of course trying to please her. For this reason, he tries to keep the conversation alive by constantly asking her stupid or rather silly questions. Here's why you and your girlfriend must focus on topics that concern both of you, not just her. Make it a dialogue, not an interview. Then she will see a part of herself in you. And if you crown it all with the phrase, "I find you interesting," then it will make your interactions as sincere and insightful as possible. I hope that your arsenal of seduction techniques has been expanded.